Hey everybody, RPG here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to set up NFL Blitz on an arcade setup like I have behind me. So this particular arcade setup is powered by a Raspberry Pi 4, 4GB RAM, running RetroPie. With RetroPie, I'm not able to get into those original arcade versions of NFL Blitz. So what I do is I go in through Dreamcast and I play the Dreamcast version of NFL Blitz. The only issue with that is while the controls for most of the game transfer over perfectly, the issue I run into is the turbo button doesn't map to the arcade controls. And the reason for that is if we go back to the original Dreamcast system, the NFL Blitz games for Dreamcast have the left shoulder button as your turbo button. So that works great on a actual gamepad controller, but with an arcade setup like this, obviously I don't have those left shoulder buttons. So I run into an issue where I'm just not able to use the turbo button. So I found a great way to fix this. I initially started going in through RetroArch, trying to, swap out the port 1 binds and go that route, but it was really tough to figure out exactly where the left shoulder button was and if it was even, pulling over to that original setting and mapping, from the original console. So I figured out a quick workaround that works extremely well and it just lays it out perfectly. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what the issue is currently and how to fix it. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna jump into a game, show you exactly what the problem is that I'm experiencing. All right, so I'm going to receive the ball here. I'm just going to hit a bunch of buttons, but basically as I run, I have no turbo button. I could jump, I can, bob and weave, I could do everything, but I'm not able to run quickly. So that's definitely a major issue here. So I'm going to jump out of this game real quick. And now I'm going to show you exactly what we need to do in order to fix that. So we're going to jump into arcade again. We're going to drop down to options. I'm going to select the options and now we're going to move over to controller. So it's 2 options over, we'll select that. So here we have the option to do this for each of our controllers. This is a 4-player game. Here I only have 2 players obviously, so I'm only going to worry about controller A and controller B. If you have 4 players, then you could go all the way through A through D there. So I'm going to select this option first. This is controller A. And you can see here I have my hurdle and tackle A and X, pass and change player B and Y, but then my turbo is mapped to our left shoulder button here. So obviously again, arcade setup, I have no left shoulder button. So I'm going to go down to turbo and I'm going to select that option. I'm just going to hit my A button here. And now I'm actually able to change it to the A button. So just by selecting it, I can toggle back and forth between that left shoulder and A. So what I really like about switching it to the A button is, A for me is this bottom blue button. So if I want to run the ball, I'll hold that. And then if I want to pass it, all I have to do is hit my B button, which is right next to it. As you can see up here, B button is to pass. So that's perfect for me. I'm going to save this. So everything's good here. I'm just going to go down to exit, select exit, and I can back right out. So I'll hit my B button to back out. I'm going to jump into, I have to back out again because I'm still in options. I'll go up to play and we'll test this out. So before we could see that, whatever I was hitting, regardless of which button it was, I was not able to, activate that turbo function. So I'm going to hold down turbo right now and run this ball up. So you can see I'm running much quicker. And if I actually tap it, I'm able to kind of swirl around and try to avoid being tackled. So I'm going to do a couple plays here just to test this out fully. So here I'm running it again, obviously activating that turbo. You can see my turbo going down. So it works extremely well like this.
Releases.
All right, so as you can see from this quick and simple fix in the actual game, I'm able to swap out that turbo function for a button that I actually have on my arcade setup. So that makes all the difference in the world. Now I can actually play this game with the turbo function enabled. Before I was playing without turbo, which means that I was just getting totally annihilated pretty much as soon as I started playing this game, which was super frustrating. If you've seen my gameplay demo a couple weeks back, I did a quick demo of this game and just totally got blown out really quickly. So it was pretty horrific. So now I'll be able to enjoy this game with all the functions and features that it was intended to have. Turbo is absolutely essential for playing pretty much every aspect of this game. So hopefully this helps you guys out. I know a lot of people have been experiencing this particular problem. So if you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, smash the like button for me. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do a whole bunch of different videos based around retro gaming. We do product reviews, tutorials, gameplay demos, just a little bit of everything on here. So definitely hit the subscribe button and definitely check us out online, www.retroPieGuy.com. Thanks for watching.